Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starko Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starko to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple, guys. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the code Starko, STARKO, you press OK, and you will receive a free starter pack, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the goodies. So guys, today we're gonna be talking about the Wizz Ard legendary event, probably the hardest legendary event up to date, guys, in Dragon Champion, at least at the moment we are doing this video. So today we're gonna talk about what team we use. We're gonna share build, runes, artifact, gear level, and all of that, and then we're gonna be showcasing the gameplay too, and also we're gonna explain the kill rotation on each phase for stage number 7. Now if you're not up to stage number 7 yet, all you gotta need to know, guys, is that if you run with the team that I use on stage number 7, you can auto stage 1 to stage 6. You don't have to worry about strategy for stage 1 to stage 6, because what's really important is that you clear stage 7, since he is a full 7-star unlock. So first thing we're going to showcase here, guys, is the team we use. So you can see I already have him. I pre-recorded the footage for the legendary event, by the way, guys. So if we go into the dwarves, those are the 5 dwarves I use: Raleigh, Stim, Boardwin, Zappy, and Tool. I think Tool is highly underrated, to be honest, because he actually has pretty good single target damage. I don't know, I like it. I don't like Tool and I like Tool. Some people like Tool and they don't like Tool. I don't know, for me it works pretty great. So we have 4 gear 12, guys. You can see here Raleigh, Boardwin, Zappy, and Tool are gear 12, no extra gear equip. And then we have Stim as a gear 11 plus 5, which means he has 5 gear equip into gear 11. Why not gear 12? Is because I don't have Telias. He's kind of hard locked behind Telias for his second gear 12 challenge, so we cannot get him to gear 12. If you can get him to gear 12, it's better, but his survivability was honestly pretty good at this level. All you need is high tenacity on him. So this is the team we use, guys: Raleigh, Stim, Boardwin, Zappy, and Tool. There's no leader in this setup, so we're not going to be talking about leadership. Now, if you have Nelly to 7 stars, that's going to make your shit so much easier. With Raleigh, with Nelly, to be honest, at 7 stars in leadership, you can pretty much go with 5 gear 11 and just wreck it really easy. But without a leadership, it is recommended to have gear 12. But if you have very good build on gear 11, you can usually go with Zappy, Boardwin at gear 12, and the rest at gear 11, or even a little bit lower if you want to, especially on like Stim. Somebody got it done without Stim, actually, and somebody got it down with a Stim at level gear 9. So it's possible to do it with the lower level characters, just saying. But today it's about what I did, what build I have, what characters I use to actually get it done. So let's check the build on Raleigh here. Raleigh is actually pretty simple. We have 4 speed runes with 2 potency runes. We have artifact that give us damage and shield damage for more healing, the shield for more survivability. All of her ability are level 7, but technically the only abilities you really need at level 7 is this ability, so you get the taunt on Stim. The rest of the ability at level 6 is totally fine. So 3rd skill level 7 is all you need. Rest at level 6 is going to get the job done. You can see here artifact is only 3 stars. Some people tell you, hey, put your best artifact on all your dwarf to get it done. Nah, 3-star artifact get the job done. Now if we actually take a look at the stats we get from the runes, not the artifact but the runes here, so you guys can actually see. Also you can see the stats on the side here. We're running with 239 speed, which is really going to be the important stats. Also 59,000 shield, which is actually pretty simple. So you take a look here. We want to get as much speed as possible on all those runes. So we have 9 speed on the top runes. The right runes we have 28 speed because it is the primary. Here we have 14 speed. Here we have 8 speed, and want to go shield for the bottom runes, by the way, guys. And honestly, you don't have to go potency here. You can go any runes. The two runes that give you the most speeds and give you the shield on the bottom, even if it's not a two set of runes, that is all you need because potency is really not important on her. What's really important is just to get as much shield and speed as possible. Here we have shield with only 4 speed. This is my worst runes probably equip on Raleigh, but it does the job. We have 24% shield, which is really what we were after. And here we have a shield on top left corner with 4 speed. Again, the speed's not that important. It's really the shield here. So basically, we have 3 runes with 24% shield, which is why she gets so much shield and so much survivability. I think that without that amount of shield, she will have died during the run. So those shields were very, very important. So that is for the build on Raleigh. Next we have the build on Stim is really highly focused on the tenacity. You want to have 150% plus tenacity on him is my recommendation. So you can actually start without with being able to do a taunt, so without the buff immunity on him. I went all his ability to level 7. To be honest, it's not important here. I think this ability here for the extra shield will be good at level 7, but honestly, all the ability at level 6 will do the job here. I just like to have my character's ability level 7 when I build the faction, to be honest. But yes, level 6 ability on all of his skills will definitely get the job done for him. But what's very important on him is a good amount of speed and a very good amount of tenacity. Before we go in here, the artifact we're running is any tenacity artifact. As you can see here, we have 18% tenacity. It's not 36%, but still gets the job done. If we look at the stats here in the runes menu, and we can actually take a look at the runes too, we have 195 speed, we have 150% tenacity. So those are the only two stats that actually matter on this guy here. You can see we're getting tenacity and speed, and also shield really matter. Obviously here we get 5.57% tenacity, which is actually pretty damn solid. Here we get 9 speed, 3.71% tenacity. Here we get shield primary, which is going to be very important with speed, tenacity, shield primary with speed, and then here we get tenacity primary with high speed. So you can see a lot of speed, a lot of tenacity, and a lot of shield. Also, we can actually take a quick look at the shield we have on him. We have 58,550 shield, which is going to be very, very important. And next, we'll move to the next characters. It's going to be Bordwin. Bordwin is going to be one of the most important character because his basic ability will remove buff, and his second ability will do a lot of AoE damage, and also it's going to be doing armor down on the target, which allow you to do a lot more damage when it is the case. What's going to be very important on this guy is to have his potency as high as possible. So potency artifact here you can see, and then 4 potency runes with 2 critical, which had this potency over 120%. So I did not need more potency, but technically the higher potency, the better it is. So if you go 150% potency, go 150% potency. You are not going to be regretting it. The important ability to get to level 7 is the basic ability. The basic ability at level 7 will remove 2 buff from an enemy instead of 1. So it makes it much easier to actually remove taunt from Centurion when you're facing him, or critical chance, critical damage increase on DPS characters to actually take less damage and to not have to worry about the tank so much. So this ability is going to be very important. And then you have this ability, second most important ability to get to level 7, because you're going to inflict a damage decrease for 2 turn, which is going to be very important. But well, very important. It helps out. It's not that important. You can have this ability at level 6, still gonna work, but that ability at level 7 gives you a huge advantage. And then you have this one, level 7, a damage increase for Zappy and himself for 2 turns. If charge has reached 100%, can actually be useful, but not that important. But the passive ability is very important because you're gonna get 0.5% penetration increase for every 1% charge. So like example if we go here, see increased penetration for 1.5% for every 1% of his 1% of his charge, and here you go 2% for 1%. So basically, if you get 100% charge on him and Zappy, basically you're going to be doing 200% penetration. So that's going to give you a huge damage increase. So this is going to be this ability, the passive ability and the basic ability is the two ability you want to have at level 7 on him. And then the other two abilities, if you can, get them to level 7. If not, it does not matter too much. Here, we already showed the artifact. Well, if we take a look at the runes and stats here, you can see we have 123.01% potency. We have 223 speed, which is pretty solid. 52% critical chance, 152% critical damage. For critical chance is nice, critical damage is kind of weak here. We have 2,000 penetration, which is actually pretty solid. It's going to be very important on him and Zappy. By the way, guys, if we look at the runes here, you can see we have a lot of speed here, 12 speed. Here we have primary 30 speeds with and 5.2% potency. Potency again is going to be very important. Here we have 10 speed with a 1.44% potency. Here primary is going to be critical chance or shield. If you have shields, give him more survivability. Critical chance will give him more damage, and you can see we have potency and speed. Here shield primary with potency and speed, actually critical chance and critical damage is like a perfect rune here, even though it's only 4 stars. And here potency primary is going to be very important, the top left runes, and you can see here we have extra speed. So as much speed as possible, as much potency as possible is going to be the key on this character. Pretty simple, and you're gonna be spamming that basic ability a lot when you try to remove taunt, when you try to remove important buff on the opponent. That's really the most important thing from this character. Yes, his AoE does a lot of damage, but it's very important to remove buff so you can actually do the proper kill order, which we're going to talk once we're done checking out the team here. The next characters we have Zappy. Zappy is going to be your main damage dealer here. You want to run, you have a few setups you can actually run her with, but you definitely want to have a lot of potency on her so you can actually apply that daze she gets from that second ability. If you can apply that daze, that means the opponent cannot gain turn meter. That means the opponent cannot critical hit you, which greatly reduce the amount of damage they're going to be able to do on you. So potency on the Zappy is going to be very important for this legendary event. You can see here we're running with 4 damage runes and 2 potency runes, and we get a critical chance runes. We have a lot of potency on my runes, so I don't have to worry too much here, but technically most people will want to run wow, can I find the word, say the word, run with the potency runes here. That's going to be optimal for most people. If we look at the ability, guys, main ability to get to level 7 is going to be the 3rd skill, because it's going to get critical damage increase to all allies. It's going to be very, very important. The passive ability to get more turn meter is going to be very important here, and then you have this ability to prolong the armor decrease for 1 turn, but level 6 is fine. Level 7 is do more damage. As long as you can do your days, you are going to be fine. And the last ability to worry about getting to level 7 will be the basic ability. You don't worry too much about this one. So passive ability, 2nd skills, and then 3rd skill of third skill, then 2nd skills, then passive ability will be the order to get this ability level 7 on this character. Now, if we look at the runes here, guys, we have 122% potency, 217 speed. The speed is a little bit low here. We have 53% critical chance. We have 154% critical damage. We're really builder to be able to apply that daze as much as possible, to be honest, because that's what's really important with her. If we take a quick look at the runes here, you can see see here we have speed, potency. Here we have speed primary with potency secondary. Here we have potency with speed. You can see a good amount of speed on all the runes so far. Critical chance with speed. Here we have shield. Shield is always bottom left runes, guys, with speed here, very important. And then the last one here we have potency primary with a good amount of speed. So this is kind of the build we have on her. This is the way that we build her, and that was good enough to actually beat the legendary event. And the last characters we have, guys, it's Tool. Technically Tool, you could just put him there at level 80 gear 1 and just roll with it. Some people clear it with only 4 dwarf. It is possible, but you know, he is still a pretty good character, can still get a good amount of damage done, to be honest. His ability, you don't need any of his ability to level 7. All the ability at level 6 is going to get the job done. You want him to have as much speed as possible, and I build him around critical chance personally, so you can actually critical it as often as possible and do extra damage, but you don't have to worry about him too much, to be honest. If we look, we saw the artifact was 24% critical chance. If we look at the runes here, technically those 2 runes should I should technically change them from for critical chance or something like that to increase this damage, but it does not really matter. So if we look at the stats first here, we have 73.54% critical chance, which is pretty solid. Like if I went with 2 critical chance runes here, I will probably go with the critical damage artifact instead and actually increase his damage, for example. But anyway, we have 241 speed, which is the most important thing on him, and then 73% critical chance. Those are the 2 things we really worry about with this current build. If we look at the runes here, you can see we have 13 speed, 4.58% critical chance. We have 30 speed with nothing good else here. That is terrible rune. Here we have 5 speed with decent amount of shield and potency. Auto potency is not very useful for him. Here we have critical chance primary with 9 speed. Here we have shield primary with 8 speed and a little bit of critical chance. And here we have potency primary with 8 speeds. You can see the build is really not, you know, the best build in the game. There's just a basic build for him with a very good artifact that was laying around pretty much, and we roll with him, and yeah, you're gonna see, guys, he actually did a pretty good damage. Now if we actually talk about the kill priority we're gonna be using in the legendary event is actually gonna be pretty simple. Phase 1, want to kill Zira as fast as possible. Why Zira instead of Hardock or instead of the DPS or the tank? It's actually pretty simple because Zira has a very high potency in that legendary event, and every time she spin around with her second skill, she's going to be applying buff immunity to your old team, and that is the worst you can actually have on the dwarf team. So pretty much by killing her first, you don't get buff immunity. You can keep rolling with your talent, with Raleigh being able to apply the talent for Stim, and then Stim being able to apply his own talent is going to be very useful. So that's pretty much the way to do. You kill Zira first, then you kill whatever next DPS was. I kind of forgot, and then you kill Hardock, and then you kill pretty much the rest. It's really kill the DPS first, then kill the support, then kill the tank. That's pretty much the rotation that we went for, with Zira being the main target to kill first. Second round, the way we went ahead, it was pretty simple. We kind of used the same strategy. Instead of killing Zira first, we kill Wizz Ard first, because the second wave is all half big. We kill Wizz Ard first, then we kill the fire dude, which Kebab, and then we killed the other DPS, which I totally forgot who is. I think it is the other half big. Wow. Barrel, I cannot remember names today. And then we went to it, kills the healer after that, and then we killed the tank. And it's Archie in row in the second wave, not Barrel. So basically the rotation was Wizard, Kebab, Archie row, ambulance and centurion in the last phase in the second wave, and that's a rotation we win, and that went very very easy. Remove the taunt every time you get a chance to remove the taunt with the basic ability from Bordwin, and that's gonna be a easy kill. Now we talk about it a lot, we explain everything about this legendary event, guys. The next part we are just gonna be showcasing the gameplay that we have pre-recorded for this legendary event. That was my first and only kill I did. Took me about 5 tries with this team to get it done. Yes, sometimes you need to have good RNG. Also, I was the first few tries I was not trying to kill Zira first, and that literally changed my game on side. Decided to focus on Zira instead of Hardock for my first kill. That literally changed everything. So enjoy the gameplay section, guys. Let me know what team did you use to actually unlock Wizz Ard if you succeed. If not, what team are you planning to build to actually unlock the fella? Let me know in the comment section, guys. So thank you for watching, thank you for being part of my amazing community, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.